When I'm coming up with a rhythm guitar part, I like to think of a tonal center, usually one chord around the key. And then I want to borrow some triads from the scale to add movement around it. It's like soloing with chords instead of notes. Here's an example. Now for this example, A minor is going to be our tonal center. When we analyze the harmonized major scale, A minor can actually be three chords, either the 2 chord, the 3 chord, or the 6 chord. For me personally, if I'm playing minor, 90% of the time the 2 chord and the 6 chord are going to be my tonal center, and the 3 chord is going to be a passing chord. So the first thing you want to do is try to harmonize that G major scale in all their inversions all over the fretboard in all sets of strings. Here's an example on the top 3 strings. I'm going to use first inversion triads. G major, the 1 chord, A minor, the 2 chord, B minor, the 3 chord, C major, the 4 chord, D major, the 5 chord, E minor, the 6 chord, F sharp diminished, the 7 chord, and I'm back on G major. Now, if A minor is going to be my tonal center, learn your A minor triads all over the fretboard too in all different sets of strings in all their inversions. Here's on the top 3 strings A minor. I got first inversion, I got second inversion, and I got root position. So now I have enough information to create a nice rhythm guitar part. A minor as my tonal center and the harmonized G major scale to move around. Here are some concepts that you can play with. For example, if I play C major, that is my 4 chord, and I put the bass on A, I have A minor 7. So anytime I play a C major triad and the bass is over A, I'm going to have the sound of an A minor 7. Another nice idea, if I play F sharp diminished, that's the 7 chord, and I put my bass on the 6 chord, I have an A minor 6. So if you want to get the sound of the Dorian mode harmonically before even playing a scale, play that 7 chord diminished and put the bass on the 2 chord, and you have an A minor 6. So a great starting point here, A minor triads to get the sound of the root, flat 3 and the 5th, C major or A to get that minor 7 sound, and F sharp diminished or A to get the sound of the Dorian mode. Now, if we go back to my musical example, we're going to have a little bit more triads. But here's a great starting point if you want to get the sound of the Dorian mode. So I'm going to start by thinking about this A minor triad, top 3 strings root position. But I'm just going to play the B and the E string, the flat 3 and the 5th. From here, I'm going to go to E minor. And again, remember to try to relate all the harmonized major scale to whatever your tonal center is. So E minor over A is going to give me the flat 7, the 9, and the 5th. Then I'm going to play D major, that's the 5 chord in the key of G, but over A, I'm going to have the natural 6, the root, and the 11. Now, anytime you're playing over the Dorian mode and you find that natural 6, it's a great place to go whenever you want to give the sound of the mode harmonically, right? Before even playing a scale. So I know that anytime that I play a D major over A, the sound of the Dorian mode is going to appear. And then from here, I'm going to go to C major. And remember, C major over A minor 7. So far I have this. Now from here I'm going to think about this E minor, right? If I put the pink in the 10th fret of the D string, I have an E minor 7. But over A, I'm going to have actually an A7 sus 4. I have the root, the 5th, the flat 7, and the sus 4. Now if I take my pinky away, I have an E minor root position over A, A7 sus 2. Now I'm just playing on the top 3 strings. Even though I have an E minor 7 chord, I'm relating everything to A. So the bass player is playing that A note for us. So I'm going from A7 sus 4 to A7 sus 2 to A minor, first inversion. So that part sounds like this. Now for the next bar, I'm going to start again with E minor, first inversion, over A, A7 sus 2, whole step down to D major. Remember D major, it's going to give us the sound of the Dorian mode, right? Over A, I have the root, the 4 or 11, the 6 or 14th, and that root again. And then I'm going to go a whole step down to C major. Over A, again, A minor 7. That sounds like this. And to finish, I'm going to strings 2, 3, and 4. I have A minor root position, then I'm going to have an A minor 6, then I'm going to have an A minor 7. Couple of ways that I can think about this sound. The first thing that I can think about is an A Dorian pentatonic here, because I'm actually playing 5 notes, right? Pentatonic has 5 notes. I have the 3 notes of the triad, root, flat 3, 5th, and then I have that 6, and I have that flat 7. So I actually can play a 5-note scale here. Now, a nice practice exercise to learn that scale all over the fretboard. Another approach, we already talked about it, but play those diminished triads. In this case, the 7th chord, F sharp diminished in the key of G. Put the bass on A minor 6. So for that part again, I'm just doing this. Now if I put all that together at the end, I have this.